This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
My summer will be a cover beway. Na Nadia, some no your born back to back. In summer would we go memono and I day a summer. Na my intimacy was CTV na young call Yaa Titi akache wa fire and then so ya fire bill. Na ya say constituency chairman be wo evaluate jura. Aha, constituency wo. Na ya say change of government by an aquana causes excavators. I just want excavators when you're back on any excavators or causes a channel for a count. So Munkutu galamsey na aba na aba no nyasa ketwa. Ade ya titi ayano. O se wo pese wo ye somore, o pese wo ye dwere, o pese wo ye dwie. Ewo ye friend say mahama memumu, ye be wa wo ne pa wo say ta. Ade ya wa ye no se ne last one no. Na Yaa Titi say allowance in trim, allowance be ya teacher training and nursing training allowance no. Yaa Titi say in trim. Was he in trim na nurse for no mojije kra on be school munye adwuma ye trim ne emphasis can see hospitals ne school se mom fine many ne adwuma kwa bi so esam de ene wa bro bi so papa ensam ko so odi enkotebi.
Over the weekend, and Yama Bebre see there are some of the issues I tenasia ye bebo boso emu dodoana na ya rehosam na chese wonam internet na so na se social media na chese aya rehosam papa na me jimidi ye se onipa bia wo wiase bone bi wo hoda wudi wi a se be wonye nipa because nipa bi o woni party bia mu no bone kase bi ti sei no nya de a wo betimi adi pole abusuafo ne ma ya mo nyina ya akọ e na afen so ewra na ono so ne ma 3 nyina hye no eno so e ya rehosem kase a chese na ahomete papa no na so kunafo no nyame enhye ne den because enye easy anu modene papa wo papa ne te bia no abisa on say ye nti we obesi ne te bia mu bia mu no age se nyame tumi ne na hoden. Na yako asama ene yebeka ho asem no so a yasem ya hu hia me pa na yasem ba ko so a mi nya ka because de bia me chance ya me di kan ma hu me stand say adwuma ye Ghana first ye meme na me ka kire wo no ye meme adwen na me ka kire Ghana di kan na NDC atosu mienu ena me di kan so aka kire wo say nipa bi obeye na ho obeye ne ho ahintadua nipa bi obeye na adwen se onu ni subanya wode eba amamuonum no eye de begu president Mahama ni mase no ye ntena se e ma won toa so ye ma won fifiri kura no abeso aba because we are busy dealing with NPP propaganda eni ne manhu na omde to internet so fake news a wo mokeka na no de omuka ye kasa mebu fu ya kwa na menti ase afedie se Samira Baomia ne first lady ma auntie Rebecca wo mo bag hu bi nsamba krom ha no just street diversion wo peso mu ye bi enti na no ma sha ase ya propaganda ena Joyce Bawa Mukhtar ne bag kura no ena ne buoti na ne buoti se mo akasa mu nim de amoya mo ho wo wiase ne Ghana na mo wam sisi ana asa so na motowa na mo kaisa mo awia na mu di amonya mo ho sa propaganda na ma sha ase no enko ba bia nti munyai because eniema wo my Ghana mu a was president Mahama dealing with it no edosom etia ma mu briefing space e ma mo nkekansem hunu bia ebe say space ne system na mai sa bag na sem na mo ka na enko ba bia nti munyai why enko ba bia munyai now me de wo ko evaluate dra constituency constituency and day 3 evaluate adwomro dwura constituency na asamba ko a me pese me kan sa na mato ama asem so ne say obia ni personal issue ena obia ni interest bia for ba bia me interest and say mandate a Ghana for the ama president Mahama no e was so succeed at all costs e was so succeed because one succeed aminu mienu ne e bebre we anya politics o na na do dan kwa kufa do ma panyi dada eni amon wonsam ne awudi odi Ghana fo ahokyira wode yenko mu kan ofori atane ne nkrofo o matwa ne ho ahia bonia wo mu di Ghana won wo se na afie wotwe ye nyina ye ho hye ye eno emfa wo se wo ye MPP ana se wo ye NDC o because MPP for ni bi kura ene wo mu bi o manum se enti sika wo nyina ko ye yonku MPP for bi botom ena ne ye pa adwuma no ma ama ye pa police wo mo ton ma ye immigration ni army fire service prisons no mo ton wo ye MPP kura wo be ko no ne the price ato so 10,000 Ghana cedis ye ton eti ana MPP for that be kura wo say no ekwafo na ne ye defend wo mo no na e fa ya akronfo enipa wo mo national service personal se kwaye adwuma bosumi akatua na emma allowance ne ma ba kwabra ne ti ba bi tua samaika na ti asefo obre kwabra ne bi ti ba bi tua samanfo bi ka na ti asefo amunam wiase a wo mu ye adwuma samu fifire no wo mo do makatua ma wo mu timi issue statement e ka so mo declare strike ni nyina no na gitu awa ne nkrofo te ho na mo bo watch akese na wo ma ye kuntan wo mu nti obia because no ma creating samanfo tua samanfo ka na ti asefo obre enti we no matter of NPP NDC o se kuro ni sai a ye nyina ne ho be kire enti ye ntena se sai kuro ni sai because of nipa ba ko mienu bi interest. Take me to Walewale. Constituency chairman or one of Pemetiao. Imano Kofi and no. Ano Pemetiao pa. A Jumana washa see a woo area muhono. It's better you stop. And then you want to be through Kakanam at Waswaya Fancho. What's the Walewale? Yenya Cassia Babaho, Yabacho, make natural points blank. Yabacho, Yabama pussy for the show. So area more pussy for the intimate chewa. Yabama pussy for the crab about the show. Because somebody now what shall see a would do a constituency hono. Yama who come on with President Muhammad Nimasio. Adia chairman wait to Hoyanese. Yabuba about as NDC taking over a pen or shall see a galamsey no one over your whole campaign our area because on your constituency chairman. Now ma make sa chairman we abakwa sam kakra nkyerɛw sa chairman we ho when nipa bia wono nya party ni interest na hia no ɛyɛ the selfish interest na hia no enti wono pa ni chairman a ye bie kwantu wa sɛ wo bo primaries no wo fa de yere so ama contest incumbent MP no one niama bi na MPP fo ye ya wo bu lusu enkafo bebre wo parliament no Sadia ni bi na na kacha ma no ya Walewale. Enti obi anka se manka manko. Ba won se ade bi wo ho na wo ya. Wo ya ma ho da wo because otan na wo ma nipa ni nti e na wa ya wa adwe se wo twintwa na akwa mu. Na papa no wo ya obi a wo ya mining dada. En woni na kuntura se no wo ya ne kakra because aka no wo position. Etu no ya nkete. En woni MPP fo bia no mo ye no area mu ho no wonu o ma team up. En anu wo ye. En wodi sika ko wura mu se ne yiri metu incumbent MP no oti so no. Anu abu akuno ku wo tu no. En wo hwie sika go mu cho. En anko ye. Se woni made a wa start. Was starting ya illegal mining akofo Chinese for babegu area mu ho. One where mu say no mama China for the bad name. Okwa kana China for the bu afi say. Wa mu do mu to mu baby Ghana for that be na be form nti wa mu nyam from so bia and I agree with them. Because wa me form akwa Walewale adwira ho no ma. China ni na wa ba Ghana ha wonim kwa ya kwa adwira. Walewale adwira no wonim kwa ya da ho kwa ho. Ghana ni na be so ne sa do de na kwa site. One was a papa no waya dear man ma adabusu for one mining company legally mining company wa mo area mu hono we did ya ko wa ma sase mu ma say we anya yesi asam na meka asam no metene last week ba me meti asaba ya na me pese me dom asuko enwu de atua mu ansa na meka bia baka bi enti meti ya na me say na NDC constituency chairman de wo to galamsey say the say hunti nipa ne say ya say wunyimi ni a mema wo evidence na wan so pese wudi wani behu a me pese wudi wani behu eti de ye hu ye nie pacho release the video constituency chairman NDC constituency chairman wo Walewale Jomro constituency juma wati hodidi eti ese wadidia kwora adabusofo concession mu am wo ma chron krata dia ma honorable ama kofibua aye lands and natural resources minister say papa no so man pass and bi an kan kire na wo mo ne be fam da kwan so me pa twa ni kwanse kasem we kuraduru ha o constituency chairman na wo wa sha ase na bra wo body de e was see a stop because we know where the public of the president Mahama be monti ya ba kwan e ma won tu sa na mo no now Smith Brother documents and say ya obi meka say ye kan ye say me see asem na me ka kire no so these are official documents Adam Sofo atro dia akwa minister say as soon as possible when we need power back excavators e wadura gu so when China for no na me dwunu ho amenti ase o abanya wa ba power only bosome afel kwa no wadi bosome aye be sine na awatwe fufuro bu no wo bra enipa ni beti hobo na wo kwaka beka se o ya NDC ni dabi o me wo ya NDC ni na udin samfo e be se president Mahama ba mu a we will fish you out now president are dealing with you and you see the most annoying thing is that wasisi na so wa constituency why na just anya do obi kan wo betie do no peso ya no eno no peso ya because sansamfo na yo mo na ma buy na what power ma buy na what power do sa niam no Smith give me that document that kind of phone who the akoso enti to the a point say the whole company no ever throw letter petition Adiama minister no it should tell you the quantum of adia papa dey and you see sa ayi ensuo na edida da area mu ankobra na ye ni abere na ye pese ni tie no wadidi a cha se akwa ankobra ne ho Ghana for anu did yo constituency chairman Emmanuel Kofi Eno ejuma wote evaluate dwura dwomro eye no sa wan hwe wo ye me se area mu ho no waya kenkon ana why wan ye sa wo na wo ye NDC constituency chairman ti obi antimi nya ohwe a masa ya the policy for be free nkaba be chew se sa na wo pena enti is better say wo China for na wo de o makọ ho no wo be ye o ma free o na asem akoda ba bieda very simple very simple na wo de bibi hwe adia ba ko a eye dangerous kra papa we eye wasi ya chimpanyufo adwen asiso ne say wasanya for kwan as our agenda na sa agenda na say anya careful ebeji yensem enti say MMDC is na ye no wabone homade ede na yire no ode ne contest say anobo akunoku na anya yie no ode ne dia hyem Augustina Amatabu akofie wode ne dia hye MMDC ye list nim senya ba ya na yire koye DC yi wo area ho a obetimi capture the whole constituency obetimi capture the whole area no wadi nsamfo e wo kuro no so because sa me yire na DC yi a me yire na ye in charge of dissect enti do pa e no ba ye wo area mu ho the reasons why ya no person na yire etu akunoku no wanya no wo kwa fofra wa person wa de faso eti wa de na yire din ase MMDC list nim se be ya wo betimi capture area ho na wa kire ho din samfon wow the entire mama ni abre ne say the same thing na abranche we kwa friend sample kwase bonzo sa hwan wono so DC ya no oton galamsey ho niyama oton galamsey ho chamfan oton galamsey ho equipment na sa nipa we ye DC ya masa wo ba kan sa wo to galamsey ase wo tenkran wo timi nto ase da the same thing na DC chama we apaso a shase these are the official documents Adabu Sofo atwerama minister na we agya ni guasesem se president Mahama ni abrese ye betu galamsey ase ensuo na asai no obema ani atia do na wo ya NDC ni ya constituency chairman wo se ma ban na wo power nti wo haja ake ho e na wo tu galamsey akofa China for do makogu o se area mu ho no wajudi area mu ho na ma ban na wo power nti sa anya ma fu na MPP for ye no he me so ya NDC ni wo ya bia beka so ya titi se dia bi maka cho say ya what targets any our agenda where you so say e was see Ghana after President Mahama NDC candidate to Bebia was so 8 years na yere so man ya hyehyɛ to a certain level a akonfo we ba obutimi nwiri ngubiem it is a wuni pa ba akopɛ na wo ya NDC ni no wo pesa wo sit on that target ye be yi wa free ho ye be bog Galaway this particular constituency chairman the next election was here too no as soon as possible I was a president who calling it to order what the be a president who nya ho anabu amako afibua minister lands and natural resources call this man to order call him to order because ya no yan tira se bo bia fa tache meka president Mahama mamu na wo bunum da bia ni obakasa bia ye mpewasem enya se ye mpewasem wo ye enemy to Ghana enti wo se you free ho sabo ya NDC constituency chairman den kire say wo di nsamfo ane ye to wode ye hwew wo de wo yiri di akwa sha list nim ene wa fa kwa bi so na abrantie ba ko bi oka ho eye Herbert Dixon no wo ye nyi wo no free ho and you see wo yesa wo brenya me enti president Mahama namu nyina da nia brese illegal mining ye betu ase no wo so wo hye tokuo mu baabi ana wo pesa wo ma adwuma ya de hwe sadanando na no benefit from galamsey enti ana no obi ade nsamfo wa galamsey ho fa ne ho di no anu amutimi dane PRO e kasa mo ya galamsey a president Mahama onya ho me catch up point blank onya ho adaje eti wo sa nipa na wa wa dwen se wo peso otu galamsey na wo dey go amam aban na ni mase no ye be yi wasi nkyɛn and we will deal with you eti mesra ye chamase adun katia mesra wo ade wa ya chama we kura ye kire se automatically the yere na disqualify no because I a conflict of interest because obi a into at the bonny way no person dey gini kwaye DC there you can see the agenda one nya agenda papa disqualify that woman Augustina Tabua no disqualify her na yam pay nipa wo mo credibility wo mo integrity wo betimi asum area no aboa president Mahama ma wa successful eno ne me priority o awo nipa ba ko no me fa ho ana de bi wa president what Jubilee House e be den so obete enti ye dede ye be ye na be ma natie because uti evaluate dra e tu galamsey no president Mahama onim se utu galamsey o would say ni din e wo area ho enti ya ma president ya te se nipa body ni bi o ye NDC ni ye bone enti say nipa na wo se quality to order honorable Amakofibua I trust you because we are principal person. Deal with this man as soon as possible. Sir, constituency chairman way. Why it is a chairman no what do me kwa benya no? Ono ampe MP nasem. Enti ade bi obeya MP no ne ho be kire no eno no ye. Eti time ye ni abre 2024 ani ye pe more vote no. Na chairman way. Chairman Emmanuel no adam and wo preach skirt and blouse. Enti ni area mo go and check evaluate drajomo a constituency no results no police station by police station and you will see baby as a chairman it's an preaches cat and blouse it's the MP ni lusu wo ho you see that kind of mindset e kura nipa preaches skirt and blouse obi a wo se wo ya NDC ni a wani abre na wo power no na ya na bibisa me ho se mu na ya mo yesa no e de na ha mo enti nkwafo bra binum kwa de wo mo kwa twaso wo kwa kaso a na kwa yo boys da hawa kum se nkwafo ne kokun wo mo no omo do mo mogya no mo kwa twaso what you say ebinum anya accident yawu because of sa elections ba ko pe we ya yakọ then wo di pa ba ko pe bi akọ akọtira ba bi din samfo he ya ma ho kwan yo eti way a automatic disqualification for Augustina Tabuano wo yire na odi na MMDC list ho no chama se du katia se wo mama me we kwa ya me akasa ba organize demonstration tia no ye betu no ya mo confirm no mo pese maso bia baba constituency wa ma me no nyini frim ya peka no for ya tadia no obeye ya na odi data bank ko gina ho no odo ama na bobo sia conflict of interest because papa we na gye kura na ne se ne yide be ya DC no ya kwadi nsamfo to galamsey because abane ba power na we organize boys no akofa China for hu nsamfo odi wo ho NDC chairman on some for the war. No bit in chain. No one deep party in our time, including President Bahama. Yama ho kwayo, yan chelo. Emma so. Eti sa agenda no. Pape. Esi. Ani aje se bia me mante. Se bia wo yire no ya DC ya ma no. Ye betu no. Ye be ma assembly ani aka assembly ma abakwa akoto aba confirm no wo so ye betu. Very simple. Because yempe sa niam na ekoso. 8 years na ye ho kire yen ye bia no abie ne bio. Ye ani ye kasa ne ye dede no. Ye ni ade na ne ye de kasa. What it? Because when nama messages about phone so na attractive messages. Gathering because wa me pesa me kwa bintimi nko because wa madam for ba kwa no national security was say ya and na ha man ko ho. Because that time no na dan ko akufado eti akwadwa so hu ne hwan eti sa wo so be kasa there was so hwe wa brabo ye. Ani asonso ya brabo abo ya dwenia ye adwubaden masa power na bado ya ma wu sa nipa ba ko no medane kate bode ya se wo re nkate a eya de ya nkate bode fram he sa nkate bode no ya re ye ba puagu what nonsense is this? Some buy na what power and you are doing this nonsense. I go for China for two galamsey let's right center. I mean, are you for real? And what can no be a genius and say be a wood or be a time will be out, Massa. Yanni Bria Brene, Senya, ya focus, you know. My culture say, Yama who crime will be a medicine, will be a crumau. And they cried you lie bad. What I say? It's a constituency chairman or a Imano Kofi and no. You are warned. And Honorable Kofi Bua, please, I beg you, deal with this man. Chairman Asiadun Katia. Chairman me pacho general mesrao Augustina Tabua and the DC list no ho for evaluate jomra constituency no ye need free na mama Herbert no kwaye adwuma beboa ma Ghana akonanim because sisi aye kukuru mponi ni abesoa ye ntimi ye komu bebu enti constituency chairman and na be dia friu and na me boa kokko we me dia ma watufu aboa wo pene tutum pene no a me dia petition ko Adam so fa atworo no me anya no da hia me sisia o dia hia me sisia ne se China for na papa ne do abakogu ho any excavators no dia kogu no as soon as possible yankoyi all the security agencies, the police for our area, hono, multibi nya sa adwuma na ha, sa yitete abrabona na akufo ado abebo wa ha, obi a party chairman, obi a party executive board dim kwasema, police front me cheno no sa brada twabo. President Mahama, also so sa fundo so, akwa we, musibu timi chena mun ka kire yen, ye beba ba chiro. Ne niama na wa forest mu na o sa mu yi free ho, mo wo se da wo sa nsuo no. Honorable Amakofi Buana, de bua pro, papa ye chinsa, any ahemfu dim komo, sebaya galamsey no ye betime tu ase. Obi anka se obi an tu gold in dia shafam ye betu. No mom in this manner, there be won't tolerate it anymore. Eti weno, why na won sa mabua any abre na wa hunu gare no asesa nua de gum. No asesa nua de gu gare nim. Eti amabua beba no. Na gare na tu anu yanko a eti adwumadia papa ne nam a wakọ pro nyina se be ya wane ahefo be kasa na galamsey ne ya be kwa be fo so betu ase no wo wose wa ban na aba power constituency chairman anya regional chairman po constituency chairman wuti team ho ene waje ho aboso ena wo lobe so wo yiri koye DC conflict of interest no watimi ya de wo pa wo area ho anya sa. You lie bad. Don't fuck your phone line on the screen or so, mommy. This nonsense must stop. Sama buying a what power until you have a pen a maye. Now, when you break, bosube, and then I watch your back. Hey, chairman, me say na me the free. Wow, and then me the bawa to fobo. Who padi gidi yabakoni gidi. Apart from so person good president anima se no wo say asase ni sensuo ya ma wo ho kwan what dey make a kire no what make a good morning
Suniana near Taperman.
Yes, sir.
Yamisha, Pioneer, my power. We early day, and so waiting officially at the Amai. Wama, Obia, at my power. Nagani ni biano ye descending Ghanaian Diabo, he said, and you bottom into a way of the Awuye. Or mining Costro, I use Naya Pesa Yamwa, not President Mama, Emma, or Mino, and yet to say, Sabi, President Yahweh Kum, Abreso Bro, mine ye bray and Awuye, Maui, Yamisha. Not Sa Chairman, yes, sir, a saving Cassia, Yeshua, on Namina Ujina. And then, Uncle Paddy and Son say, I'm sure we're saving Cassia, Yabamanati Yanka. Did they Braille Braille campaign and some Bano? As you may be saying, a young paint you. As you may be saying, and I am pet. Now, what chairman now, district nation on Sana, and Kawupo now, Ubashasa, who yet at the Papa Mawomo, Motiwai, Bino, who move Bob Brawi. Now we a penny, I am Udini penny. And there, Yamisha.
About that, Obini Wahoy, Nehoya with you. Yes, from the Yas of the beginning of the trade. Obini Hoya home with the Papa. Abrafocala Canaputano. Sana society day, Yana, Kunu day, Yana, Yana. But only Yasamuno, or Hunusa, and say also to the Sanaucano. Oh, yeah, the panel, not to the Jimmy area. Oh, beginning, son, or no matter what, the way my Abutana over Yanamoye, you know, said to gather fine. So, I say, Pa, this is a free and Yabru, NDC and Yabru, into Sani Panel, some of your tombe in the crowd now, Yamatoy. You should not say, ye.
Meda say 0302771593 me pacho wo fra no wa lo TV no e dia my Stephen Joe was seven Cosmo Janine Rebex Benis Taskuma was more fire sanso na enwanam Kesia was here Tabachi Mon Cosmo Janine conscious agbenu agwosu was semon share mon like more fire. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
But tell me, Papa.
Pacho, we didn't be.
Mama honorable Cassia. Papa, we in Yano. In Yano, I am going 1 minute ago. President Rama Momo Diano Unico. I know so big in Master. But I have been in a very way.
But I say,
yeah. A Momo Diano Chapel.
Benso medase pa Mohammed Awa Osman o say good morning sister ya moye juma ya show live free Germany ya da say Patricia Gamosi Yaa Titi good morning mo bo ejuma 7 Joe o say menemo ya Jane Frederick Mystical o say good morning sister ya me show mo anope na William Yeboa o say ya good morning maje wo so papa na Fatia medicine thank you abaya medase bebre in Lumber's voice mate guys allowance na yetua no
edema teacher training for
any nurse for ni na etu atwa
yes ska we na yentua ya akam teacher training dey
so it means to say ade na yesi ye no yentimi nye
okay
what you say
yeah
ade na to oh yetua alawa but ade ne ma so how do you survive so if you are able to survive abra allowance ne ma and then yenye a new system say because me kwa university me ye degree also ko nursing training teacher training no who ye degree we are all having the same certificate right me no me school fees ye ma me allowance me pemwa e was me co student loan na me ko kwaje ade na wo dia wo se ye ma allowance na me dia me ye ma bibi
yen sa mo aduane ni nka ho
ye ma aduane ni mpi so
ma mo ba ne sa na ma kete
I asem no ye nwa ye ni preko and you see let me send this question to lady no ye president Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association or say why no ya mo de munye paper ni free so ye
na ye ni yenko
sa lady no odi me enya fe na me ba be kire obi ase se wo ye MPP ni ana wo ye NDC ni eno na hu hia me ba propaganda na wa sha ase ni ye ni wonim se sa baba wa we ya na you can say disorganized you can say You can't say. Organized labor now is modern disorganized labor. Disorganized labor for workers who are call a strike against galamsey.
Yeah.
Ababa we ka say nurse for ni one for midwife wo mu nkobi because our services na essential services et wo mu nkobi
so mu nkobi anipa bewu
ensuo na essay na ye wo nkura wo mu hwini ni ho ma so ni ho because of cyanide ne mercury ya ye di gunsuo mu eno no ababa wa ne ka kira ye say nurse for ntumi nko sa strike ni because wo mu kwa nipa bewu eti allowance no kura no ehye da ni nyina so bi na wani abra waji ata wani asese say ade abankas watwam a wo ba organize mba ko strike na wo ni bakro ka ko e wa nkofo pa adwuma
asemo
share say yes so obi aso bi ebo wo ba ko strike wo president no quote me ko why sa propaganda ne bias na so wo gre MPP candidate to someone. Na ya no dey hear me but wo yes sir na ma ya hu say as a wo interest wo be as a politics be ya bam dia wo e direct effect to young kwakora no wo se mo nkwa strike
na oba yai
na allowance
oba yai we ya kan allowance kura no but aya ye de ba ye no ya sidi mpo aboroso menu first no na manfo eni nye sa teacher trainee anyway na ye pankofo chew ana momoko enso na me no kasai enipa de ahopepre ni mirikampo ana echesi sa adwuma no won hwe nipa dodo a ma wiewie sales ko mo tifi o mo ni adwuma ne chese nipa dodo no wada no mo ni age ho ama na boro so enti botaye so nkwa de ba sa abre ne nipa ni ho ne ade no etwam ana sa de oba ya eken the same degree no an ye nyina yebo the same certificate enti se yakasa chenchena mum de ye to aso ni asa noa emu aduane mpa mama dia ye no mo de na we de akwese mama oba ne sa mama keten kan ho
simple yes some who say crofas ase de ye propaganda yen ka we na fe yen kofa apomden ho sem embra MPP fo ase de ye propaganda ai na na se fo makoto abama yi Joma Hama na wa ba betwa alawa mu mo alawa na mu kura na mu ntua 2023-2024 academic year mo ntua
sika ka ho na nie we kwa teacher training die 159.9 million Ghana cedis nurse for the montua a teacher for the montua enti e say propaganda na mo ye say e na wo ade no obi antwa mo ba me kura ya twam na aka mepe because nyansa bi anim se me kwa university na me ye degree a wo ye bi no aban ma baduane aban ma allowance me no nyina ye wie kita certificate ba ko na wo no ya ma allowance asam waduane adia na say we bias kura when it come to citizens yes adia we na di enya sa ono konkɔ bro be sia fa ko
school na da ho na pile aban ntimi ntua na pile ame waka no na sese
na yayi ade yayi hwɛ ye ntimi ntua mfa ma na ne yi firi opre kwa na nka ye dey ye ntimi ntua ma wo na ade nso na se bi ye de be ma se bi a
sa dia man dia ma sa ya soso so kura bi ya wase ya hwa nhyehyɛ ya mo wie school na mo benya adwuma ye eno ne the most important thing wo ji alawa ne wie no akwatena fie 2-3 years ye post
na de ne kura ya emma
Attorney General Godfrey Dame opeso che se one Dominic anye ne enya adwen when it comes to issues ni bia o clear ye no na na me ka se ho right so no so obetimi a kire da adwen ba ne tie watwam ene say cases na so far Attorney General achese otoaso biema emwa no na eka eno man no ebebo no ya twe asem no ebi di 6 years ya twe asem no ebi di 7 years ya twe ebi kura di 8 years enti asem benya na yedia 8 years enti achese ye ni evidence
ye ni dance
na wo hwe said agongo ne opunimu case ya
koko boda asem no
ono agofredame no kra dance fo akofa ba ye se wo mu bedi adanse mfanti ase edu agongo ni opuni no wo mu amu sa bedi adanse kra so esenti ono agofredame no e che se fertilizer no kra ye de ma wo mu no na e papa
bua
papa no kra ye de eson enti sa asem we oto aso no waka akosi
sen
na no me husa ne kon ho wa sori nani abri no wo de aya na me se bra na wo de anka tu kra de o se nka mia wana na akwatena se ye jakwade ye wi
momo nsam na asem kwa na wo
de bi me ha me dia me kan say the one that nim gu ase when it come to legal na wa se nka omia na no we ya opposition wa ma udin ada so ahu ade bi wo ha ye boarding bata ho na unya space a no ma udin na home kakra wa hu de ade ye ACP agozo no wo expose wo ho e kire se ase enipa bi no wo ho a wo prosecute wo mo a na woni adanse bi asia wo mo ase eye political witch hunting ase minini pasu masi nya adwe wo niam bi ho e bia ohye wo hwe jakade ya o se na da kufu adonen empanyofo bi afra me se kwan bi aso e wo se ye hwe ne ejeli atofo so
you see yen hwe ne ejeli
no nkomo akọ so ne japantem emu bia ni ho so otimi ka se asem no manka ti bibi ni sa akran ka o se nka umia wa no upo ba bi tina din uno obi ani asem na we ya wasa ba yi ya no akeka nsem di afa no ama ye ho kwan ti ye scrutinize o na eniema na ekọ na afa de ye bia mu yie me pa cho we ka akọ position din ka udi no ka sebra nka nsore wa no akonya ne no enti wanya ne de an ye be so ye be twena abasa ne
so many years asem iba wo nsem okwa na o ya attorney general that time
da bi nya say asem ba ne so no na de kokko
ansa na me kan say e ba ne nsem wona ne ekuramu
wa de akokko
so many years no wantuma anya ho bibia 7 good years 8 good years afa na abekate obi ne say wona waba tinka asem no toaso ana wona abenya adanse debi oh debi
etini aya na ayenti mo ka che Godfrey Dame former attorney general say ne bench no we di see jaso no ne bia e wo mu ani a nice guy so
a nice guy
a nice person the first time I mean share one on one akasa nice and I'm say na a nice person wa ma ho kwan ma na do you say I said the one person what tete wa brabo he's a nice person who share no one on one but friend am is a nice person just that vindictiveness kakra bi ni as wo man ho kwan ma na akufu ado yusu ne de ye niam bebre so ahun eniam bi kro o man ye no me sure say ono anadwunu mu kran ko onye but the president say one hwan koka hwe Cecilia da package se ne o mfia ne troka
na kram se mebi sa say in the sense can say de onkoji na we
sika ben
na no mso onkoji sika ne bi woni fie na wo trunk mu de ben
OS one for the sika mano. Because beginning no maka so first can mano. Na yoko for me take you over. Enti say yenim say yoko for ji sika no. So one man you be sisambre yoko for so e mu. Say sika no ma gya no ma anye. Na so omo gye yasa kan kunu nkokot nkoka so omo start save 25 years ago e wo omo pass. Enti omo ba bi omo nya omunya $10 ana om de akwose mpana se omunya $100 ana om de akwose into 25 years na o ma save won pass any wardrobe mu ana adu sa
different currencies and as anketo o
na yabo ya homoden se nka yensaka empanyufo ba ko omo Adam Musanke and you ebedi nkomo concerning NDC constituency chairman or evaluate Jomro constituency omo constituency no one take care wo ba obeti evaluate Ajomro Jura constituency evaluate Ajomro Jura constituency constituency chairman owo Emmanuel Kofi Eno anopei me de manatufo bo because one in am de man no se me sre na man ntoa so because say why can call wo area mu ho maba na wo power
maba ba
eti police fo ntimi nya
na mintu
eti police fo no obema madwuma ya de ama mo aye ya som wa ha
yes
ya bema adwuma na very simple eti ekwan bia so se wanya yesu aye bete se na ena ya de afiri no ya bo ne kokko enti se wanya galamsey ni tu a ye bete se wonyaye Adam so for actual letter o match petition de akoma minister say ni manimu ya no minister hwe no wontu ho anamo na ade na papa ne ye wo area mu ho no wo munsi ne kwan me ho ade ba kwa mpesa me kan say wa ya wo hu hintadua
chiri
e wa ba ni mu no ya ma wo space wo pray
no krampo de na yero mahama kram nyini so be wa kwan because on say they wo
no
sa galamsey asem ye free kan nye ne ebra no mu opposition no wo de bo aban no achi ese yensas na de na mampani sa atam yewra ayi na nadra na wo ho omo kan se adenti no waye din ahye emasa ma we ekoso enti se opani no no di wanim ya na mo krompo no momo ebo sa asobo no se na me di adom na se me waba enka mpo no so wota na chi se de be ya sa wo hawo no ye betima ye free ho
China for na gina ho or the China for free ha akwa evaluate dra ho
okay
amo chese dwuma mu di nya dwuma ketwa
no chairman
eti they say the near break kwan bia so person na yiri DC
jini fidie ni ho
any fidie ni o di fidie ni
Constituency na de wo futu fra
ai ena say wo didi kwa Revan Cobra ne ho ai
debi
ya mama ni abiri no o didi kwa Revan Cobra ne ho en wo boawura Adamusu for concession ai sama ba na opa
debi chairman debi
mama na opa
chairman debi
suban fu say ya ma fa ntira kroma
chairman debi
sa wo ba be ye interview our president Mahama Mabuoni ye be you afrim sa aka te bone no ye be to atwene
na ya wakwa ye ye wo kwan ye fa so obetima je nkrata community man ni
exactly the point
ade na wo
na wo do ya say NPP for no insa asia no mo wo area mu ho nyina no ba ba na ba pa ha mu nya mu free wa pa mu nyina na wa ye say wa te wo na say wa fa say wa ni yiri din adikan oh ni yiri ko ye DC ya na se waje area ho aboso wa won se de na Kwasi Bonzo ton
nya betre opesa na yiri ne be DC
ni yiri di ka list no ho
chairman
share tina me ka cha se du ketia se Augustina Tabua disqualified
okay
ai ye na se ye pema dodo wo but sa oba we owura mu a ni kunu be di bone
de yakwa di se na
ka ni kunu be di bone nti ye mpene ye nchele
chairman
now with there yeah me yan say sa chairman we o preaching scat and blast one area enti wo ko area mu wa MP ni lusu ye
okay
why na ho te say do me kwa benya chairman ono ye ni abre na ne ye preach kwasoro no wo futu fra ono wo futu fra
mo hihye no oduri
no jirigu enti o preaching scat and blast motoma NPP candidate na motoma president Mahama eti wo kwa ni area mu ho nyina akunoku elusu ye eti wo hwe ni power no bo adwuma ma omutimi nya more votes e de support to MP e de president Mahama no Herbert no wo cha say o mia papa no so no so ni di ka ho e no opese wo fa kwan bi so no de ne chairman sem no e de beach no say ba ya na yiri be fam no wato asa adwuma na o ye no so ntima ba na o power
yesro so be sense
wanya yesra wo sra man
men kan say
yensra no
wo ba ya men kan say
yensra no chairman na yensra no sa adwuma fu we ya ma anto aso
debi
sa wo be so wutu from a good year
family kwan so
for the right process na ye
yes
na de wo ye ya akofa China for agu and de bra boa you lie bad e no na fa
de ha me kura ni nsuo no a wo didi kɔ ho no
hye
ye say nsuo nyina ansɛ ye nyame
ya power che wo
nsuo no sa restore ne papa mu won nyame adum so na ni ti
na no ya ni abria ni ya no damu yi chi ne ka se ya baifu yi na ya ka kufu adu amabo ho asem nyina ya baifu won say na nankasa mu se o mu yi excavators ni we ni free nsuo no so no brem no afa de
eni ni ti
eni bete enti wono amu so mu be yi excavators ni free so they say obi anya baifu bi meboa enti Revan Cobra na ya ma chairman say no
debi
pese di mpone no ma president ma e na wonim de ya me ya no say Honorable Amakofi Bua, na ni bra asa ade we wo fu na mo no. Oba ye won tena ne to so. Won nam all the mining areas. Hwe se ahemfo. Kwan be no be fa so mo be boa no. No ma tu sa galamsey na. Na wo she. We team e di nsamone.
Chama we de emfa wo chama nsam e mo nsafo hene. De be we sa wo ya mambofo.
Many bra no.
We ya mabo because ye Mahama.
Mese me mpa na chew.
Oh dear.
Yampa na
chew. Ya chew pa na tonche but the person me can say on say Yewura Mahama wono no edi aban yanim no. Wono no wi ataso so pese sa wo ha no tu atwa. Wo pese ye nsuo no eni TV se no abi ne yanom. Na sa wo ye chairman. Na wo hwe Nyankopon nim kofa sa mfidie kofa China fo. Edwon ba begu area ho say wo mun sai nsuo no dia. That means wo ya ye mambofo.
Wo dey say no dey be dey maka che no we ya dey ma watufo abo. Say area mu ho no wa ke ko posifo ntimi nche wa de posifo be free nkran be chewo.
They said okay na watwe ewie no na very emotional kakra. I mean and me as per my background, you know, as a public health expert, and I was just asking myself, say, why, as a country, when we go through these things, I mean, individuals, families, of course, animal women, often you need pay attention to psychological assessment and money because in Kolankola catch them say papa say kind, it can really traumatize them and then going into the future no. They may think say a possible so be to me a will be and so also some of these things psychological counsel for now say bemuna experts ni bi beboa na yebetimi ahwe recondition the minds of people and papa na ne ne man na free mu no I mean hwe sins ni bi very very sad and we are just by the way but on the issue of the Ghana Nurses and Midwife Council for a year or more to just say basse ye use nurses now or beko strike and I think that apparently not you share on my way my team be no me that some I make can say obia ye intimism ya be ni bi and one na ye dey be gina ba bi gina ya so if you quite remember say Ebra MPP take you over power in 2017. Some of us were strongly against some of the decisions. I mean, say yes, because now Kakoba say, see, I didn't take you over. No, na because Mikai said they are very prominent persons, commissioners, Bima, even within December, you appoint you or you firm positions. They were mine women, and. The way you see about power and you handle no. Tell me, I beside no question say this country. I mean, after all these years, sometimes see it to me if tibia emboa man no impuntu no yetimi nya gina bia say yakoye nim. Enti na me dey na me expect say resetting nka betimi ahwe how to handle some of these matters. It may not be that pleasant. It may not be pleasant because obehwe maybe say then motive as far as governance is concerned say obi betimi within 10 days and answer be appointee nipa bebre and also be enlisting nipa bebre so what were you doing all the years you know? I mean as a country we should be able to have your workforce you know percentage be increase especially with the security and I think these experts no more Ministry of Interior we should be able to have it say you see you say your police to population ratio no be here every year bia na fa ni passe ya ebeboa enti no time be na ebefa because say bra na nyine susu an na what time forms university forms eba ye nim time eba any nim time enti adenti na ye nya sa anoma wi na ye nyina ye nti ase say se me pese me di soldier bia June to August no forms no be out eba na ma apply na me corner ni ye hwe me body ni ade assess na me yo okay yes ade we ebe yi sa nyoma we anyina free ho no but as a country it looks like ye ntimi nya direction bia more acceptable to ye nyina nti be hu no say me wo power na me ma fan crofo bi na ye say me fa because me pese me satisfy me crofo wo ye den ya e wo so what as ye say partisan game we no enye enwo ho ma nipa ba kofo and then again no say about say December 7th between 7th and what I'm seeing I'm hearing the same say across board so many sectors then you ask yourself say as a country you know so for obia economic drain so I also obisa say do you even have the resources obetimi say that shows say we are not planning me that's my position and me feel say well, the directives came, which for me, because it's 2017, so then the NDC also repeated it. Julius Zebra issued us directive. But going forward, you know, me feel say you try near now as a country, especially with the security agencies, you know, we should be able to know, say, your immigration, your population, immigration. omo ye nipa say. But you hear a country now, you hear your borders, you hear a year. In the next 1 year, no, or see a Timmy Fanny passing. Now, this is the time, baby. These are things that the Ministry of Interior, no, also mobile. So that you be deviate from the normal. I say, me hear me MPP ni, and for that matter, the next morning, you be my appointment panel. Then the presumption is that, or say me friend people before go. I mean, those things, and I say it to me if you. Now, going forward, you know, your map obia woman, we are all your party, Juma. Meaning about there's something going on in this country. You're very, very, very serious. One say you're not constituencies, maybe ye the day, your mom, your appointments, your minister, near. But okay, your mrana, your constitution now. You see, president also appointed regional balance near the. Now, this I won't say they in constituencies na yet added because your mom and your impression be say your mom be appointment. That's all mom come. And that is very bad. And very bad for this country. And going forward, you know, only Pabia or your Ghanaian, no. Say, your mama to see. If yes, share your man and your money, it doesn't matter. Say me an MPP. I should be able to do the things I'm supposed to do. As a Ghanaian. Yeah, sure. And that is the way. But because Yama political industry now, you say, Hong Kong resources in now. Inti boil nearby area of conflict and sports so about land chieftaincy then the political arena no I so aggressive say obia person kwan bia mu no I was say onyane de because we nya then he cannot make it because also kosoja me nya sure say time na ye mu bia sisu no me call because me yes can me call me after 6-4. When I went, I'm going to say on form the back. Into a bar, I'm ready. I'm call back. Because some of them are major near the move. Semi call and Kebia. But a train I'm here decided to me. And that time on who watch it the way I near fat Eddie Funko for
publishing will be a who said
about papers. Graphic.
They won't take the other training. Now,
just say a whole lot of things. Ending this, you know, may feel say Ghana necessary midwife council. They may have a genuine position. I mean, because I'm a health person, so they may have a genuine position. But then I think say I was saying you know you say maybe what's the CR or minor economic direction, you know, the government ought to look at it so that we would be able to do the right things at the right time. Okay. It is if they have any grievances beer, I think say they can Jojo. Now, yenya better position going forward, and so that this kind of things, you know, because I guess this country we are not doing anything. We are recycling and everything. We are because, and I tell you, MPP for Bebria, they are blaming themselves. They just say the next time now, also be the MPP. No, there's going to be so much pressure on you. Say you ought to do the things we see obi you know. And so are we building this country? For me, I think this is where I would end my submission. Okay. I believe strongly say they should begin to have discussion. And I think Julius Zebra is a very good person. And when it comes to the working relation, they should begin to liaise with all the institutions near how best we can look at this matter. Because at the end of the day, the people are Ghanaians for me. Okay, Roger.
Yeah. Thank you first and foremost.
What are we policy analysts? We are economists.
Yeah.
Economic wise, and a policy wise, financial, you need to boom.
Indeed, first and foremost, no, Mechia, Ghana for Nina, Mechia, Oman Penny, Penny for Masan, Echia, Honorable Julius, Deborah, and NDC Jumaconina. The American say issue now necessary for no even though from an social point of view no Obeka say a right thing for them to say oh and they say ye workers no and only one thing Obeka say it's okay for them to like say that, but then let's look at issues of the country's finances, the economic challenges. let's look at the disconvenience it will create for the new administration. Well, you're talking about the economic challenges, sir. Even in their budget, have we accounted for them? Are you getting it? If the government was in a position to employ or to recruit, why did he wait for elections? And then days after elections, you recruit and give them appointment letters when you know you are going to hand over to another government? If it was right, wait for the new government to come and let them do the recruitment. Let us say. Let's not forget that what happened in 2017. Appointment letter no months before even the election.
Backdate.
Everyone want backdate. Everyone was so a massive probational period. To confirm you know. Or letter no to confirm. And could be 1 more 3 months before election. Everyone more 4 months before. Almost a case an impenny na. And I buy the botet, you know. Benivocas and one I had the boba. But this time around, no person money yet to say I buy the botet, you know. Time I do basso the above the Johnny. That is not what ought to be done. Well, okay, now the directive at the Zebra issue, it is a directive in the right direction, in the sense the new government has a lot on its shoulders. Now we are not saying that they are not Ghanaians, and I say Yanka say Omonya Ghana for Ghana for there, but a crime bear soon able to maintain a financial responsibility and as a burden now yet the babeto abine sono because government Nankasa before that time we were complaining of economic hardship.
I'm a IMF deal no crash and
say my funny but almost suggest renegotiation of wages. What you say?
And more taxes.
Intino more taxes. Internet banning saying and I will piani panigum bebresa. You are just pleasing your party faithfuls. And every rational leader would want to reset such an environment so that he can get the right people with the right mindset, with the right objective and vision to run the economy. Resetting Ghana is not just about coming to sit and say oh, yeah, now Ghana for. You have to sieve and bring people who think in, who believe in the vision. You have to bring people who would rally with your agenda to make sure, say, the Ghana we want for the future will be built. Okay. Until that directive, no dear, I support the directive. It has affected my family members. I can be. Well, 2017.
Yeah, come your own fruit. But I'm saying my friend, why?
2017, my family members. I can't. Well, but let's do the right thing. Well, 2017. What mean? And go for on better TV so. And as a year press conference, explaining why I want to me, even vetting, I want to me kind of so straightforward. It is here, no. Well, what's the precedence? Now say, you say, a quite uchato, no, and the first one, usu. No, it shouldn't be that way. Okay. It shouldn't be that way. Once other school of thought, be agitated, say, nurses to patients ratio, no, or down. It's a genuine concern. But I think, say, or more agitated and I say, or more threatened with strike, no, would not be the solution to the destiny. The harm has been caused and government is trying to rectify it. We are not saying we are not going to recruit nurses or we are not going to recruit people. No. Now they should step aside for us to do the paperwork, review documents, analyze the situation before we take steps. That is what the government is saying. It's, you know, they are not going to say sit down and then enjoy the destiny whilst we look for ways hitting our heads. No. If the number of nurses to patients are not tallying, you should have a dialogue. Just say no kind of chief of staff. Oh, he's one wonderful person. Munya team and our committee be no mukoshiano. Oh, for this reason, they can even adapt a performance approach. Say this people are for in this year, this category of people, no, or more system no would be dealt with differently. Are you getting me? Sure. So that Juma, this and this, as time goes on, then they try to rope them in. They should look for a professional way to go and dialogue. Okay. Threatening with demonstrations, they are not healthy. Strike. Yes, you know, sometimes having a negotiation is the best way to go or deal with issues. Other people, what about teachers? What about people in different sectors? They also need their workers. They also have to work. They are also people. See, service to humanity is so much important that you cannot put one service out of a displaced one and consider it more important than others. Are you getting me? And, if we are looking for a solution for the whole nation, we should come together, have a dialogue, and see what we will do and how we will go about it. But I think this is part of the reset agenda, and it is very key.
I think we answer my Titi on going forward. No, we should put a stop to this thing. Say, a baby, a 2 baby, or 3 days to a year. Now for no be recruited for 8 years. Went to me a funny pa. That short period, no funny pa na day.
You get it?
Budget for it.
Oh, yes. Say one says. Let me.
I
think say acts of creating a frustration for the new government. But a frustrating system, no, because Kananga say be new. Who go out of the government, no, only left and right too. What send our person who found for no truly for January. Not your muka for 12 months. Now feel the pain. That way, no system no would have suffered the shock.
Yeah.
Now we're standing.
Adjusting.
Yes, but so Kenya na kono. Now what came boom? Say one of the timber bobo.
Titi.
Titi for the timber.
What's it Titi ide?
Titi.
What's it Titi ide? Why?
Hey, money kasa so ngasa. Also on fan ni timber am so I say am say na Titi na ni timber bobo.
Good morning.
So no ye. Oh wa bem.
Ebetia ahwefo nyina be
unacceptable.
Yen can bebre say the menu na can buy the bottle che do ban so no say that be. So yeah, work critical. Yeah, work critical issues at times MP and back.
Okay.
Victimization are also various institutions, to the extent that people are actually issued with letters to go home. Because ABI on Facebook war we post the opposition leader. ABI will criticize the government. Maybe a word.
Titi mpacho me cry am kai teacher kwadwo man why
why me tin nka che
enti na me se me kai we Mr. Money honorable Henry Drisun Kasamaye na the guy has suffered enough.
You see, some of them, that is an example you are giving me.
Mr.
Someone like Koku Yaira Deku Koku, and NI boss, because he was posting Jomama on his Facebook wall, he was sacked from NIA.
I also cried and can you NDC in the fan? So no fan.
Thank you. But when he was there, no, this is his party affiliation. You can't change it. You can't have only MP people working. What am I saying? Inti onu posted the end no. Your friend go meet your query no. Second time, he's not the only person. But I wanted to give you a clear example of somebody who is a public figure. In two bisa say say nipa we na ya punish no. All this time I go to fear. When the party comes back to power, shouldn't they find a way to put him back to his seat where he was? They should. And unfortunately, if you ask me my opinion about recruitments after 7 December, I think it shouldn't be even 7 December. It should be 3 months before election.
Okay.
Nobody should recruit. Who will recruit be a year before, 3 months before election? So, Yama cut-off date be September. And this should be legislated. And call law, pass into us, a yemre that was September to the election. No, nobody should be able to recruit.
Yeah.
Ebanesana, so will recruit be a also yen in term. Now, so we recruit will be August. Checha or nothing. Say August I recruit now. November the 3 months never so for approval.
Yeah.
And there's documentation to it. The area say procedure so any year recruitment so they don't follow the procedure. we publish, we come for interview. Now, they are found. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in this short time. And the painful thing is, so institutions Libya. Kwetia has been here 20 years. Roger has been here 3 years. Because Roger is my party person, we are promoting Roger. I'm a little bit snack Kwetia Tiso. 8 times 2 dear Kwetia. Because
senior.
Because only my party nipa. It's painful for those working. It demoralizes them. Say promotions here, say promotions will be recourse.
Yeah.
It is true. It is the right as an HR say mobile promotions, but do the right thing. My no idea be. I didn't talk about watching. Obi a me na train juma mo hananse na oba. Me na me share the juma or my office. Now we free me abeye me senior.
Police for no complain.
Police service is unfortunate because of military because of into baby say sisi ano some penyimfo no so agitate say promoters give us what is due. So it puts pressure on government to now go and review the paperwork. Ye fawo anyway nyina the same year. What rock courses no was staff college. We saw any day was staff college. E ba ne say ne yaye we brigadier general so oda kenal. That's the question. E ba ne say ne yama we 1-star general. Still we a kenal. Yem promote you. Is it because of say obi ni party affiliation na wodin and na bibi? And now one who say be I will support it. When you now what governance nurses asema yeke ne issue. It is true we have a deficit of nurses. But bisa say omo pass out 2-3 years ago no. Have they been posted? So why are you rushing to?
Yeah.
So why are you rushing to take more people into the pool? Now necessary in system no. Also got give me some finance clearance.
Yeah.
Now with me into unya clearance for more motivate now. And then now they want to say be a good move. Mentia and now say be a good move. Ebra be brave
ye chechere niema wo ye ho dodo.
Be brave I am position because who need who need clearance to pay them. Meanwhile say be a good na be case. Oh ye mre na ngrofo be brave fee. Omo ti fee there. Inti me no the way to go forward in this one no, there should be legislation to back this.
Okay.
I be a law.
Okay.
I bet it should be said 3 months before election, you cannot recruit. Asa.
Oh.
Asa. When it's like this, it binds everybody to me and after 7 who say well losing tea. Now we boost your phone on to TV no money na. I feel now from and move from Rami so you had 8 years. So why didn't you do it? Why now? And I think the way forward is let's legislate it, let it be law. And if you say yeah, NSA
okay. Brag Igori.
Before you know, with this particular nurses strike or ye. Oh, the particular the leader no in question. It is alleged and I say rumors. I say he's married to one top MPP person.
It's not alleged.
It's okay. It's the truth. Aside that, no, okay, tamana. Workers ever together to fight against galamsey. This woman refused to come out.
Yes.
Now under John Mahama's administration, you have the voice. Yes. Are you getting me? You know you have the voice. This is politically induced. We shouldn't even listen to her. If she likes, she should go on strike.
Oh, my own say, only my dear back on had dream on my way. I would say, democracy, a dear back one, ingredient back one, very, very essential, tolerance. Ghanaians, you need to send a
your problem, no, and yet,
tell me who say, open way, a NDC power. I said, me pekwe bia the position or your cross some yemi unity because me were power.
And then minister or some come.
And some of us, yes, auntie, no,
go with you, your cross or Kojibino.
Is he?
Asama woman kuma so I am a dream partner wakam.
Oh, but tolerance, no, you're in different ways. So, for me, I believe, say, every Ghanaian is very tolerative. especially things. Debbie. Politically, because there are certain things that it happens in our political environment. You say a normal person would have retaliated. And I'm making
Roger different.
Oh, I did back when they be a mechanic say. Once I'm in me a politically exposed person, my regional officer, see.
Yeah.
But say near my assignment to be an army, I was a Ghanaian.
Absolutely.
That should be my focus.
Yeah.
I don't need your problem. Inti, oh officer, but who near baby catch or say, Papa Sumesi we. Ni no more yen or ya dear the sabotage a buying. And the one cast also so that anopa, Oda Najo, so anopa. Now who are doing say, may ya dear the sabotage or mine one. Are you being a patriotic person? Because one say I can't abide the boat teaching at it. Oh, yeah, obviously the Bayer will not fear the
Yeah.
I was here tea once I say the development of this country. I said, yeah, but be a fee baby out there, say, yeah, the Bema or my economy. I said, me what party, maybe MPP, me parking me cars, uncle, MPP, you know more. But if I tell you, say, who be saying this if me was sham, or I just say, quit here, they see the idea man, yet. So you see, he doesn't think about it. Who is Ashama? Who is that? Snow
I'm a political party for an time.
Of course, the media said, yes.
What kind of yeah.
I know now, Yama, baby, a general, into one who said, oh, all the security services are smoking. A yard and uncle for baby, because Obi Jumo Yen is answering Conco be wasem. Ye papa we, or you say, not Ubehua, and the name Yakra, massive who be there, you see a transfer and this will be there. And I'm also more transfer be a co baby, as I crown in the corner, and you crown any perfume. And
a perceptional.
No, but you see, no, but Babinaba,
into all catch all what is our chronosis of
I want you to say, make your best. Yes, say on my way. You be ya man ya party be a benyane nibre.
Yeah.
Party be benyane nibre. Yeah, me and NDC. I be or see a year be or see a year. But I'll still go back and campaign for my party and people.
Yeah.
Philosophy I may walk. One will never but a basse who share public service man. I was all tears here say your first and foremost responsibility to the country.
Sure.
I don't know what's all.
Yeah,
me conquer appointment visa summit you and I'm a boy. Now what call? Yeah, yo, we say who per se more public appointment yes, civil service now to hold now under my the current government. So party in Bra Power. Are you being a Ghanaian that you think that Ghana bet me you will not leave a good legacy? Or see a sense as to buy.
Yeah, for Boko de and to us, we say as a escalate and collab for the Yakumo Bibre and recently President Mahama Koho because he's trying to find ways and means that peace ever prevail. But I say, Penny be Koha or done in any buyer who the ever says, Master Council War. Is there the curfew cry after warm so Hama? I say. Gregory Fatu as a prequel, call
or him, one said, Nameka conflict, Nameka sports. They say football near this also my problems. Chieftaincy, a major chieftaincy, Ghana, yen conflict prone a chieftaincy. Political, yes, partisan politics. You know, it do election time and skirmishes, so the security services will be. Land another area. Religion mayen that's my but another area. Sir Bokwadiwi I did dynamic say okay say oh sorry pack I say we na 1 year need year still a problem no solve here. Nti I am for na was hard because a two ethnic very large ethnic groups here what was not for the Kusasis and the Mampuses. So so it is a bit very difficult. but the me ya kakra ne say afi baby a ekọ say etimichi oba ne mba because in kan tokwa kra de keba e ma ne inkola kra de entachi omo I think the soldier for be catch it boni because man in kola yem for but where you could go and slaughter a mother and in kola there I think say na afi no ade ne ya ye aye to the carnage ne ya ye too much and I think say the interior minister ni the peace council ni House of Chiefs ni nyina ye nyina yam fa ya no ntum ade no me kase me timi atena hanoma kase o we na why the right and because utie read documents na related to the whole thing na I say ohini we super so see hini ohini wo yes nti it's a bit very dicey
for na the claims as
in your media
and almost see one hene and am proof for na me fa say tete no one say baby atena ya almost super so almost see one hene na che say overlord ne ba be mienu ana me ma mo baby atena na also ba be overlord wo me so dia na say nti asem na
edin pa
very dicey
edin na un say ade we na as I say no so I say politics so aba be shisha ase na fueli ade no nti wo watch here ebra ye to aba no hwe figures na trend na na fi hono ma it tells you something I mean me share that me to bo as a part figures ni oh no say so as a political person me analyzing your money now from so many angles
yeah that one is true
nti na un say inka area so ye kakra so say the Mampu system to a large extent no are Muslims.
Sure.
To a large majority.
Yeah, majority of them are.
Then the Kusasis to a large extent majority are Christians. Yeah. Now the challenge is also coming in all these dimensions. You best say Christian Council normally are distributing me aboy in this direction. Catholic Bishops Conference so betting me aboy because we have some of them are within the Christian community a bit timini o makasa the overlords no mienu ni nyina no o se timini o motena because if mobile ahemfo akese mienu na metena ho na ye betwitwa nkola se bi nkola omunye boni bia na ye bia ye ni miom beye ye betimi akone twitwa and some of these things you know me remember say when I was doing my service at Saboba in 1995 that na konkomani ade where umutimi twa obi pa hu and that be na Yon Bilijo was then the member of parliament and ona no boy kakra because yeah enti me hu ade no pa those days and then looking at it now yes enti your best friend issues are yamma stakeholders nyina yambremu na yen hyase ni engage omo na yen sro omo say baby ayadu no say obia ka say opeso odi oye kese a ye nyina ye nsin no kra de e ba kope o say kwan bie mu no o say ba ko timiti ase say me manti ne me nkrofo nti no me bre me ho ase kakra
omo opeso odi omo su ya nso ne ye
ye ku omi na say oyo hene na ahini apeso odi no e de sa ankola guo ni and ba ko amuhia e ka omo ye say yes omo dijatu company and they want pie kra o betwe ku
chesa
nti ye dum pempen so a ya hadwe ye besre mama ye mfa force bebre say ye di soldier for e course ye kwakọ because na no soldier for ko bu omo pa ye besre soldier for no eno no because of senya nipa no mku ye na soldier for dey who say mku nipa sa na ye dey omo bad dia ene dey ene ombe ye but I think say the best commanders na ho no yen chance ni engage omo kakra until all the stakeholders no House of Chiefs no Council of State afeni ye toto abayi omo yen pen titru bi because ebra eyi dagomba de ba ya it took us so many years but at the end of the day no ami adom ye nya bibia amaye some relative peace bi no the timi fasa kwan na so I think we should be able to get some relative peace because sa area honum enuane ana afifi ho ba nyina ene they can't even farm because we see send ya collab yes no de na ntwi ekowrem no mkoto ano miniaba cattle farming due for ya de bia cattle bia ya wo pa no makope cattle amom manom and it's an area that can really make this country very rich. But so yeah na say you be twetwe training ade how can we move on as a country? Media Mr. Peace Council for some sorry pa how best we can resolve it because they're very serious.
Yeah, I think the establishment, it's something I would say I find so serious. And then the way almost it's so disheartening because me share a and I mean, video be a moto, it me a Jessica catching some boat. See, I think if the dialogue and the negotiations are not working, government should take over the entire land. It has happened before. Okay. Just that it will be a breach of certain human or violation of human rights in certain to a larger extent. Sometimes to bring law and order and serenity into the environment. Because let's not forget, if this thing continues and the people come up so strong against themselves, it would also spread to other regions where there are small disputes. Say Abaneji say we engaging because there have been a lot of consultation and engagements and dialogues. Absolutely. Even in US in 1830, Omoji a whole place emigrated the Red Indians from to Mississippi. We can do the same in Botswana. They took in order to preserve wildlife, they relocated people. That land is a farming land. We can use that place as a very big military facility. Deploy people to go and farm. Yes. Or site prison.
Okay.
No. And I mean, America say, violating some human rights in Yamabi. Very difficult. Yamfa Bakonko left, never Bakonko right. What you say?
Okay.
Na ye jihon mono na ye military facility na ye establish prisons ne wo honmo na be ye use other lands for state farms where the prisoners will be farming and stuff because the dialogue is going in and out and then the people are not listening. They are taking lives. We should video ni bia like so disheartening. Oh, how should you be? To what extent can you kill someone? Now, how? No. I think that we have gotten to a point that the leadership, I would say, we can take over that land as a nation. Government should take over the land. Okay, we are locating you people. Let's dialogue with the other regions. Spread your separate your. Now government take it. That place should be taken over by the government.
Okay. Titi.
When persuasion fails,
force must be applied.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not as easy as
exactly
the suggestion is making.
The suggestion is very fantastic, but how to implement this? A whole issue, a whole wahala.
It's not easy.
Papa. Now, I more to do on Russia. That way, we are not pretty fun. They be on North because that's the one you're not as we are there. Hey, I know it's Momo.
It won't end.
There will be a quantity.
Yeah. No more accepting. But what is the generation of this whole thing?
Yeah.
The issue was who is the rightful chief.
Yeah.
The matter went to court. They declared, say, you are not the chief. This is the chief. This is all it is. Meanwhile, the Constitution clearly shows us who can be a chief in a particular land. You should hail from the place, you must be skinned, you must go through some rites, you must do this. And like courts, I say, whoa, you cannot be. This is the right chief. And then this escalates into violence. And it has traveled and traveled and traveled. Chieftaincy issues in this country is unending. Greater Accra, there were a problem. Yeah, the end, two names. Seriously.
Yeah, true.
Greater Accra, two names.
How many chiefs?
Plenty. Better places don't have chiefs.
Yeah.
Because of disagreements. A big crowd, the two iron sulubi. Still the matter is in court. I can say, oh, now it's about to know in it. Can you imagine? But they told you
it's not funny, but it's just that
serious.
Serious issue.
Along this coast, Teshi, Nungwa, La, Osu, Gamashi, all of them have issues with their chieftains.
Terrible. When investor bank partner didn't see
all of them have problems with who the chiefs are there. From Nungwa, Teshi, La, Osu, problems. And this is affecting them at the original House of Chiefs. There's nobody representing you there.
No, Charlie.
Serious. And it's not only Greater Accra. Various regions,
even a Cropon.
Western region, and yet onto Kofi Amabu Abaye.
Some persons here are
Kofi Amabu Abaye, Kofi Buabaye, and Sana, two factions no more. Is be able to bring them back, and even that.
Oh, yeah.
So the chieftaincy issue in Ghana, no, is it helping us or it is dividing us?
It's dividing us.
Where are
seriously dividing us?
You know the rules of who a chief can be. You are not the chief. This man is the chief. Case closed. Kode. Omokra no more grofo di omochi beye to trust him.
Yeah.
Way forward. I know that your mama akoho baako anyone go kasa am I setting up some friend is saying chief friend committee to do ABC. Me bompa say in the wake of this no ebe expedite action na omo information na ba am I because I don't think this should continue like this. For people to die. Okay. How can a moving bus fire be put into a moving bus and burn the people in the bus? How can children just be shot and slaughtered? Obi kone fomni ekuno. It made me feel sad. NDC is in power. NDC must do everything within their power to be able to reduce the death there and end this unnecessary killing of people.
Okay. Where there are 2 minutes, another interview where was the Constituency. But your girlfriend Dame over Friday or also be a cancer press conference accusee Dominic clearing some cases and other things. I don't agree about are they?
This country.
Where some people say they won't show 2 minutes that you go.
I was at Mekana say Honorable Dominic Ayeni, or be all my reasons how they.
Yeah, no, by a press conference and my reasons.
Yeah, so and now former Attorney General Swaba Kennedy. I think that he has been Attorney General for 4 years. There is a that sample now. This I think that he should have expedited it because you're not a chief prosecutor.
Yeah.
I mean, being an Attorney General, you're a chief prosecutor. Yeah. And again, I mean. We are in rule of law. It is all the Obia Kujina court now born Quedra. You must prove beyond reasonable that I think lawyer for the can. You won't mean not just and washing. I think the good thing is in a democracy, so be a chairman. And of course, in Ubisa lawyer for me and son about one case, will be a money interpretation. So for me, I think I won't say much about it, but you are my the classical and legal opinion about the cases, So for me, it's good for the records, for the development of democracy in this country. That's what I would say.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think any step or take here is in the right direction. He's just saying his views, and and yet anything we should be troubled or disturbed about. So clear. Why I will throw case out of court. But when I was in opposition, I was the chief or the lead defending a case. And now I sit in the seat to prosecute that same case. One, if I continue it morally, there is a moral conflict. Because my mind would not be certain, something I was defending, why will I now prosecute? What did I say?
Sure.
On the other hand, even in legal basis, it is wrong for you to be defending a case later you will be going to fight against based on where he sits now. That's what I say, me, the defendant now, going to be the prosecutor. I don't see any need in carrying on this case. What is wrong? Aside that, even if he says that case where a ruling came and then they petitioned again. Yeah. So if based on his conviction, the first one was right because he was the defendant, then why should he carry on with fighting the case? Aside that, no, he also stated that some of the cases lacked empirical evidence. For instance, Sagreme, housing, no, omuni verifiable facts, and don't make quote amount way, or don't make quote amount way. Documents no so NCC, based on what? We cannot rule a case based on people's opinion and political interest. It will not hold. Fertilizer case, no. And also, there are no empirical or basis of fragmental evidence. Should he waste his time? It is a waste of executive resource and time to continue pursuing such cases. So he has taken a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Thank you.
Titi.
On the legal cases, Yaa Titi, all I can say is before I take somebody to court to prosecute the person, then that means you have your facts right to start the case with. And yes, nothing America the facts. Because you've charged the person based on ABCD. Even if it's 4 years, are you saying that with all your powers to even issue a fiat that the court can sit daily? Daily, me and prosecuting Mr. A and Mr. B. Then after you come and sit back and throw tantrums, if you said they didn't have their facts right in even starting the case, because before you take somebody to court or charging, then you know what you are standing on.
Yeah.
And they say court, not still. For me, I'm not even using 8 years. For 4 years that dummy was there, no. Is he saying so? Uncle for the court, no. He didn't have his facts to be able to tell the Chief Justice, say, look, we are sitting daily on this matter to come to a quick end and let's go.
They say daily. Every day. So yes, every day, 4 years.
You didn't have any facts to pin them down. You didn't have it. The evidence was not compelling to point out to a fact that the Opuni had done wrong. What am I saying? There was no compelling, and even now your witnesses. Police case. Yeah. Now the witnesses were now against you.
Against you.
I don't know. I was say politicians, you how your campaign, no be a cromford, no be a say, at the end of the day, the cocoa in a quarter. Now, but we see the whole country, your time. I mean, these things, are very, very unfortunate. As a country, we are not really doing anything right. Say, you best say, Obi-san, who's the last week, would you be in a court now, or quanopa, or on to me, bibia? Then at the end of the day, one more party for one more money impression beat is only me one gas out your lawyer because that make a lawyer Nibia will be the case in Brenna. I'll bet me who's a case here, Papa and the cocoa.
So I think that's music at the vacancy.
Honorable Gregory Kwasia, Kane Regional Secretary, the NPP, or Boy Jumapa. Motuano Swank and Yoma Brabuni, Titi Catano, and I said, you're not more, you're not our own interest over copy. No, me, that table, me, your politics, I mean, Jake, 70 Jake, and Jake, you and I'm so miss could I'll just go out. That money. I'm better me co-parliamentary. I was looking at that one in my constituency. I shall my so dear Titi Magia Bosso. Oh, Magia Sama Bosso. But imagine one day. Hey. Oh yeah, sure, okay, live to see. All right. This in here, what they want to a yama where challenge can see pa. Roger TD was so economist was a policy analyst, Papa Cho, Madame was a papa. Yami Isham, we are sure saying Yami next week. ye be san ehia na ya hwe national issues a koso me pa cho nyame ya no oche na be national service de no ho adwuma proper. There are so many issues into which me sheda na man ko ho because enema bebre wom enema wo national service there no enema wom pa ti de nya betre ene ye be gada ni nyina nipa ba ko ni din timi appear 226 times.
Wow.
Hey gwanwa ati asefo ni akatua na awufo agi akatua national service fo suo kroma yentua yeka o na awufo bi ti baabi gisika di na ati asefo bre nyame ne ye boafo